What mining employers want from new starters. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today we're just going to have a quick chat about what the mining employers want out of you if you're a new starter. When can you feel safe in your job? And the simple answer to that is when you are working on your own and you can be a safe and productive member of crew. So that's what the employers want. They want you up to the stage where you don't need a buddy and you don't need to be constantly checked on, when you can be given a task and it can be reasonably expected that all the shift boss has to do is check in with you at the normal times. So for everybody to get to that stage, it's a little bit different. But to be a safe and productive member of crew, you have to know how the mine works. And that's one of the biggest places people fall down. And it's one of the reasons why the employers like the sponsors training. So if we just go over to the sponsors website, onto their experience page, onto their new starters column. This one's experience for entry-level mining. And if you go down, halfway down the page, there's a whole heap of mining questions down here that the employers will ask you in the interview. And if you can answer those mining questions or these mining questions after you've completed the training and do it competently, then you're giving the employer what they want. Because if you know all this stuff, then all they have to do is teach you what the responsibilities of nippering are if they want you to nipper, or how to drive the truck if they want you to drive the truck. And normally that means it only takes a couple of weeks for people to find their feet. When you have to learn all this at the same time as you're trying to learn how to drive the truck, it can take months, and the longer it takes, the bigger the chances are that you're not going to make it, and then they're going to ease you out. Remember, they want people up and running as quickly as possible, and they've got no shortage of people applying. So they give you a good go on it. But if it becomes apparent that you're not picking it up fast enough, or you keep making the same silly mistakes over and over again, then they're going to get rid of you. And that's why 3 in 5 people that go in green knowing nothing on the first day fail in the first 6 months. Whereas if you do the sponsors training, the DIY or the work ready, and learn all this information, then you hold yourself in good stead to get up to speed as quickly as possible. And you just have to come over to the Wall of Fame page to see all the people that have done it. People who have just done DIY, truck driving job in New South Wales, truck driving jobs in WA, more truck driving jobs in Queensland. There's even a couple of service crew jobs in Queensland. And the whole reason, if you read through it in the people's remarks and comments, is the reason that they got the job is because they knew how the mine worked. The employers weren't bent out of shape on everybody having to know how to drive the truck. They just wanted you to know how the mine works. And that's your ticket in. And that's where you can differentiate yourself from other people, is by showing the employers that you know how their mine works. Remember, they want a safe and productive member of crew, and the quicker you can give them that, the quicker you're going to progress through the ranks and you're going to make a career out of it. Like I said, unfortunately, a fair few people fail, and a lot of that's down to not being able to pick the information up in the allotted time. And it's one of those things where there's not a lot of information, but there's enough. And that's the problems that the employer has, or the employers have, is that there's enough information in there to confuse people, and that costs people jobs. If you're constantly making mistakes and little mistakes and you're not picking up what's going on, then they're going to ease you out. And the employers are used to having a high turnover of new starters as well. So I hope you found that information helpful. And the employers just want somebody that's going to be safe and productive on their crew and can be left alone. If you can like and subscribe to the channel and share this information around. Thank you.